Well, we'll go ahead and get started. It's after 9 o'clock, and I'm going to ask Representative Bode if he'll do the opening prayer for us.
Thank everyone being here today, and we bless this space and we bless all the leaders in this room to make good and sound decisions on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia, and just God can continue to cover everyone in this room and everyone outside this room. Amen.
Thank you, sir. All y'all have a little piece of paper on your desk for information, contact information. Please fill those out before you leave if you have time, but we need those. Today is the state of the judiciary. For those of you who have a lawyer on the outside who is trying to get to that center aisle, be careful, they will run over you. So just fair warning, see who's on either side of you and see which side the judges are coming in, especially see who's on the other side. Okay. Chairman Hitchens.
I just wanted to say that's a very accurate statement. I have a gentleman here that's the chairman now on your committee who's an attorney, used to be my seatmate, and I sat on the aisle, and when the judiciary came through, he would knock me to the other side. And I wouldn't say his name is Barry, but...
Oh, okay.
This is the proverbial simple bill. Actually, it goes back to a bill that I passed about 3 years ago called the Office of Public Safety Officer Support. And the legal people tell me in the office downstairs that there are 3 places in there where it uses the term officer. And this covers police officers, firemen, EMTs, and 911 operators. And they're afraid the last 3 will be disenfranchised if it goes to court in some fashion because they aren't officially officers. So this deletes the word officer in 3 different places in the bill, and that's it.
Okay, any questions? Seeing none, very good, thank you. Oh, and just by the way, we're setting the calendar for tomorrow, which is day 20. Halfway point. So just thought I'd let you know. For any of you who have any legislation who may be in committees or anything. Oh, and by the way, we're going to start doing a much better job of taking roll. There's a lot of folks out today. And remember, the rule is after 3 unexcused absences, you're off the committee. So just, if you're seeing somebody who's supposed to be here, please tell them to come. Representative Williams. Yes, sir. That guy in front of you there, he's not having any bills heard this year? Come on. I'm gonna tell you what he did in a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I come before you with HB 842, Grace's Law. This is the bill that just prohibits discrimination against someone with a mental or physical disability on tissue or organ transplant. There's no law on the book locally on the statewide. If any discrimination were to take place with this law, it would allow it to be dealt with on a local level rather than on a federal level. And ask for your support and consideration.
Is this a preemptive bill?
Yes, sir. We don't have any proof that any discrimination has ever been done, but this is just one of those bills that will be out there to prevent it from happening.
Okay, number 30, Al Williams, Representative Williams.
Chairman, I just have a quick question for clarification. I heard what you said, and you said that it will prevent federal intervention and allow it to be handled on a local level. I have never heard anything local that preempts federal.
Well, you have the Americans for Disabilities Act that was passed in 1990, but it didn't deal with this, and there's nothing on the books that would, or in the laws of the state of Georgia that would prohibit any type of discrimination on organ or tissue transplant. But this puts something on the books in the state, so if some discrimination were to take place, then it could be dealt with in-state rather than having to go through federal courts in violation of a federal law.
Any other questions? Okay. There we go. No other questions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Representative. We're going to let Mr. Corbett go last because he's got a little bit more complicated issue. Go ahead. Oh, and by the way, do not get directly behind him because if somebody pulls out and there's a parking place there, he's going to get it. And as a result, your rules chairman had to drive all the way around the block, park about 2 streets down, walk somewhere in the rain.
It's true.
Okay.
This is true.
This is true. Yeah.
The man knows of what he speaks. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that introduction.
Hey, Sharon
right.
Cooper, it got worse. It got worse. I walked over and tapped on his window when they were getting ready to leave. And where's Representative Kelly? They said that Representative Kelly said, yo, Montmahon looked in his rearview mirror and said, there, I see the rules chairman.
Let me swoop in here real quick.
We might recommit it back to last year. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I bring before y'all today House Bill 808. It's on the blue sheet, front, middle, right here. What it does allows vehicle dealers in addition, a few additional days to loan out vehicles to customers that are having their cars repaired in an automotive repair shop without having the repair center pay full TAVT taxes on those vehicles. Be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, number 4. Who's that? Oh, Kevin Tanner. Chairman Tanner.
Isn't it true that as your seatmate, I have worked with you all last session to get you to actually introduce a decent bill? And finally this year, you've introduced a couple of what I would say are good bills. Then you go and screw it up by parking in the rules chairman parking space. So we're going to have a deep conversation today when we get on the House floor. Thank you.
The man knows what he speaks.
Okay, I don't see any other questions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Corbett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On structured rule, House Bill 846, it was scheduled to be on the floor yesterday, and somebody brought a issue to our attention that the way the bill read, it could be misinterpreted to read all taxpayers instead of direct pay permit holders. Even though later in the bill it specifies the qualifications for a direct permit pay holder, we felt it wise to go ahead and clear up some language. So Ledge Counsel just happened to be in the room that wrote the bill, and he was swift in taking care of the corrections for me. And if you look on lines 41 through 42 of the sub you have in front of you, LC 431586S. Basically, it just clarifies as, in their direct pay permit issued, and it also puts the code section. In the code section, that lists the qualifications for a direct pay permit holder. So that clarified it up in that section. And down in lines 57 through 59, pretty much the same thing. He added on line 59, you can see where direct pay permit, and then also spells out the code section. So basically, he said we're putting belts and suspenders also on this, where there'd be no possibility of getting it confused who it pertains to. But that's basically all we did with this sub.
Is there any questions for anyone? Okay, seeing none, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your favorable consideration.
Does anybody on the committee have any questions they'd like to? This screen's acting up, so we. Okay. I don't see anybody's name or button push. Okay, yeah. All right. Representative Williamson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I'd like to ask for House Bill 378 that puts the new rental motor vehicle facilitators on the same footing as far as excise taxes is concerned with regular rental vehicles.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. Representative Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since I was the one who told Representative Montahan to take that parking spot so I wouldn't get rained on, I'd like to ask for his House Bill 808.
Okay. 20 who's? Representative Jackson.
I'd like to put my name beside House Bill 842, Grace's Law.
Okay. Chairman Powell.
My name beside 842, my distinguished subcommittee chairman, Mr. Williams. Good bill.
Okay. Representative Martin.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the Martin Caucus, I too would like to apologize for Mr. Martin Montahan's parking in your space and put my name beside 842.
Okay, very good. All right, that looks like everybody. We'll start off with, since everybody likes House Bill 808, Representative Montahan. All opposed? What, have y'all been listening to me? Okay, all in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign, it's on. All right, House Bill 838. Did I hear a move? All right, all in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. Okay, House Bill 861 on the modified open. Got a move, I hear any opposite, all in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, it's on. House Bill 244. One more day? We will grant you one more day. Okay. Okay, under structured, House Bill 378. Got a move, got a second? All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. Okay, House Bill 846 that was sent back to rules yesterday. We have a substitute. Do I hear a move on the substitute? Okay, and that substitute number is LC 431586S. Okay, all in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. Okay, it's on. And that looks like the calendar for day 20. Y'all have a great day.